We're back with another update on my Victorian armchair upholstery project. Last time I showed you the process of stripping back all the old upholstery layers, and wow, was there a lot to uncover. From dense horsehair to coarse coconut fibre, these traditional materials have been used for centuries and are still favoured by upholsterers today. Now comes the scary part, because my woodworking skills aren't quite up to par like my upholstery skills. I know some of you might be questioning why I'd go to all this effort to save an old chair, but this piece is over a century old and was built using solid hardwood and traditional craftsmanship. I would hate to see it end up in landfill, because that history is then gone forever. With the arm removed, I can now access a split in the inside back of the chair. I'm carefully prizing the wood apart so I can fill the gap with wood glue, then I'll close it up and secure it with wood screws. I'm also tightening up any areas of the frame where gaps have formed. You can even see some of the original dowels peeking through. Now I'm going to fix this side of the arm. It's moments like these I really wish I had a vice in the studio, but clamps will have to do. I'm using them to hold the two pieces tightly together whilst I reinforce the joint. Learning a bit of woodworking is basically a survival skill in the world of upholstery. The arm is now ready to be reattached to the chair frame. You might think you're here to staple on some fabric and call it a day, but then suddenly you're deep in structural repairs, balancing clamps with your knee and Googling how to fix a split Victorian chair leg at 10 p.m. Now it's time to tackle the tack damage. This chair has definitely been upholstered at least twice over the last century, maybe more, and to get a strong fixing for the new layers I need to fill all the old tack holes. To fill the holes, I've mixed fine sawdust with wood glue into a smooth paste, and I'm pressing it into the frame by hand. If you can't do at least a basic fix, half your projects might end up in the bin before you've even picked a fabric. I let the PVA wood paste mix dry overnight, and now I'm back in the studio sanding down the frame. While I'm at it, I figured why not sand back the chair legs too. It's time to rebuild the missing chunks of wood. I'm mixing up a 2-part wood filler and carefully sculpting it to recreate the original shape of the frame. Once it's fully cured, which should take just under an hour, I'll sand and refine those areas so they blend seamlessly with the rest of the woodwork. While I wait for the filler to set, I'm turning my attention to the front legs, stripping off the old wood stain using varnish remover to bring the timber back to its natural state. The filler has now fully cured, so I'm giving those areas a thorough once over with the mouse sander to smooth everything out and blend the filler to the shape of the frame. With the legs stripped back, I've restained them in a warm oak finish to bring out the grain and restore some richness to the wood. The frame is now fully prepped and ready for the next phase, adding the new upholstery layers, and I can't wait to start rebuilding this Victorian chair from the ground up.